Target Center is alive tonight on a Friday night. A buzz through this arena as the Timberwolves and Warriors get set to meet here in downtown Minneapolis. Let's get to our opening tip. Jim Peterson, what are you looking for tonight?
Well, three-point shooting is going to be huge in this game. And interestingly, when you look at Golden State's game log and you look at the three-point shots made, 4 single-digit three-point made scoring nights for Golden State over the past 6 games, Dave. They did make 20 threes against Atlanta, the last of that long East Coast road trip for them. So it's interesting to look at that. And so you look at the three, they just are not shooting the three as well. So you kind of wonder tonight if the lid's going to be brought off for them. And this is a very potent offensive team, as we know.
Yeah, you worry about the pendulum swinging the other way. And as I mentioned earlier at the top of the show, Kevin Durant, since he got hurt in that game against Washington, which he only played a minute and change in that game, Curry off the glass, rattles out, Gorgie Jang the rebound. The combination of Curry and Clay, 27% from downtown over those 5 games. Timberwolves would love to extend that just one more game here tonight. The Warriors are in the midst of a brutal stretch in the schedule, by the way. This is game 1 of a back-to-back that they'll play, finish tomorrow night in San Antonio. Draymond Green comes up with the basketball. Pachulia underneath, and Towns unable to get there. The Warriors, in essence, Jim, an 8-game road trip, even though their last game was at home, Steve Kerr said he's counting that game as a road game because they played 5 straight on the East Coast, then flew all the way to Oakland to play Boston the other night, and now back out on the road again. Towns inside to tie the game with his first points.
Karl-Anthony Towns has been unguardable. He's been incredibly effective in the painted area. He has been forcing his will on people. Rubio gets the strip. It looked like it went off the hip of Steph Curry, and in fact it does. It's going to be Minnesota's ball.
Your Northland Ford starting lineups: Curry, Thompson, McCaw, Green, and Pachulia. The Timberwolves with Rubio, Rush, Wiggins, Jang, and Towns. Brandon Rush back from a stripped throat that kept him out in the game on Wednesday. Came to the arena and was sent home. Andrew Wiggins rises and slams.
You talk about Karl-Anthony Towns being unguardable. Andrew Wiggins has been right there with him. His 19-game streak of 20 points or more was just broken a few games ago. Towns looking to tie that mark. Move Kevin Garnett further down that list of consecutive 20-point scoring games.
Rubio unable to connect. McCaw secures the rebounds.
Kevin Garnett scored 20 or more 16 times in a row, which he did that twice. Andrew, of course, broke that. Got to 19. Towns is sitting at 18.
And not only has Towns been getting 20-point games, Jim, he's also been getting double-digit rebound games.
Yeah, the 2014 streak is at 7 right now.
Tied for the longest since 85-86 with Charles Barkley. Wiggins unable to finish the alley-oop attempt. Thompson off the dribble. Thompson generates a large percentage of his points off catch and shoot.
Minnesota's got, you just got to match up with whoever. You're going to be cross-matched at times in broken floor situations. You know, people are going to be rim running, so if a guard has to take a big and a big has to take a guard, that's exactly what needs to happen.
Rubio, what a dish to Gorgie Jang.
You said it, Dave, earlier in our pregame show. Ricky is playing the best basketball of his career right now. And shooting the ball at a high rate, he's assisting at a high rate, defending well.
Curry a little long on the three-point try. Rubio active defensively. And it all really started, Jim, when the trade rumors came up at the trade deadline. They really kind of kicked it into another gear. Brandon Rush unable to connect. Rush saying at shoot-around today he was pretty pumped up to face his former team. Pachulia finishes in transition. It's the 3rd meeting this season between the Warriors and Timberwolves. The Warriors won the first meeting 115-102, and the second meeting 116-108. Ricky Rubio was saying that Draymond Green was grabbing him, but Lauren Holtkamp not seeing it that way. And the foul will go on Ricky.
Let's look at how this game started for Minnesota. A little early post-up on the logo for Andrew Wiggins, who just plays bully ball on Patrick McCaw right there. And then Ricky Rubio, the flashy pass between Curry And Zaza Pachulia to Gorgui Dieng.
McCaw blocked from behind by Wiggins. Towns clears the rebound. Now Ricky looking to push the pace.
There's a lot of grabbing going out here early.
Gorgui will try the mid-range jumper and drill it.
Good to see Gorgui Dieng get early touches and early shots made. 2 for 2 for Dieng here early. That mid-range jump shot is sort of his staple thing. And then, of course, the pick-and-roll game, he's an excellent roller when he decides to roll. He likes to pop too much for, you know, a lot of coaches, and he does a great job when he does do it. Klay Thompson is on fire here early.
And Klay Thompson,
3 of 4. Klay's a killer against the Timberwolves.
With that 3, Jim, he's now made a three-pointer in 39 consecutive games, the longest streak of his career. Karl Anthony Towns answers right back.
Took him 4 attempts last game to knock one down. He finally did.
Has hit on 6 of his last 14.
You see that what Golden State's trying to do, though. They're trying to push tempo, and they're trying to get the ball to Zaza Pachulia, who's rim running. So it's a hard thing to guard when you've got so many great perimeter jump shooters who can do this. And then you also get a guy on Zaza Pachulia who runs the rim and collapses the defense. Karl Anthony Towns knocks down his triple.
That was a nice side out of bounds play for the Warriors as they work it to Klay Thompson for a couple more points. Thompson already has 9 in the game, and Tom Thibodeau wants to use a timeout as the Warriors have this 2-point lead midway through the first. Well, since the All-Star break, the Timberwolves have put up some of the league's most impressive numbers. We go inside those figures coming up next. Inside the numbers tonight, taking a look at the Wolves NBA ranks since the All-Star break. Last 6 games, #1 in defensive rating, net rating, opponent effective field goal percentage, and rebound margin. Jim, it really has been impressive what they've done since the break. Flipped the switch, and a lot of people starting to say, hey, they've done it without Zach LaVine, and how impressive that has been. You would think that as good a player as Zach is, that this team might have regressed, but somehow they've been able to pick up the slack, and they've been a better team.
Well, they certainly have. There's a number of different reasons for it. Obviously, Wiggins and Towns being more efficient. Ricky Rubio playing very well. I think that when you look at Brandon Rush, he's a floor spacer. He doesn't dominate the ball very much, so it's in the hands of Towns and Wiggins more. Zach LaVine is not just a spot-up player. Zach LaVine needs the basketball in his hands.
Foul call here going against the Wolves.
Foul on Draymond Green. He just ran over Brandon Rush.
He got Karl Anthony Towns. Jim, by the way, while we mentioned Zach LaVine, I'm sure he's watching. We want to wish him a happy birthday. Today is his 22nd birthday.
Zach LaVine and our PR director, Aaron Sehusen.
Wiggins, the spin around Pachulia, unable to finish, but Towns right there to put it back up in it.
If you haven't watched Minnesota, you haven't seen the tour de force that is Karl Anthony Towns on the offensive glass. He has been unbelievable rebounding the basketball on the offensive end. His putbacks are fantastic. Ball out of bounds off of Klay Thompson. So Towns just doesn't stay spotted up on the perimeter. He doesn't allow himself to be boxed out. Offensive rebounding is all about want to. Defensive rebounding is about technique. It's about boxing out, about being inside and boxing out.
And what a spin move he puts on Pachulia.
They're going to call it on the floor here.
But Kenny Maurer wipes off the basket.
No basket.
Looked like the ball was in the air and Towns was going up to catch him, and Pachulia fouled him. But Karl tries to spin off of Pachulia here, and he's grabbing him. So the foul does happen earlier. Tibbs doesn't like it. Tibbs was trying to say the ball was in the air, so somehow that should be continuation. But still, the foul happened when Towns was spinning.
Just the second foul against the Warriors. Towns drills the jumper. He's 4 for 4. Yeah. 9 points, 3 rebounds already for Towns. Draymond Green for 3, rattles out. Pachulia with the rebounds. Thompson. Timberwolves finally come up with the basketball.
Towns just all over the defensive glass as well. Good flash by Dieng.
Gorgui spins.
That's goaltending. That's definitely basket interference right there. I mean, that ball was on the rim.
And Eric Dallin agrees with you. Count the bucket. Gorgui with a chance for a 3-point play.
Ricky Rubio was dead in the water. Both Andrew Wiggins and Karl Anthony Towns were being denied. Gorgui Dieng with the weak side flat. just didn't stay in his little dunker spot along the baseline. When he saw Ricky was in trouble, he smartly flashed to the middle of the paint and made something happen.
Gorgie just 7 points against the Clippers the other night, and he's got a chance to equal that total already here in the first quarter if he can knock down this free throw. 7-0 run for Minnesota.
Ricky Rubio with 5 assists in the game.
Curry, his first points of the night.
Those curl moves are the hardest ones to guard because you have to go over the top on Curry. If you go under the screen, he's going to flare out and be able to catch and shoot it.
Rubio from the free throw line. And that's where Ricky Rubio's biggest change in offense has been, Jim. He's been much more aggressive attacking the basket.
Yes, willing, productive, confident, knocking down mid-range shots, key three-point shots. What a job by Rubio.
Steve Kerr wants a timeout. We'll take a break as well.
Dunn is going to be back here. He's going to take on Austin Rivers and do a great job of walling up. And he's not going to let Austin Rivers get to the rim, and he's not going to foul. So defending without fouling is huge. Pick-and-roll defense has been really good. Bielitsa redirects Austin Rivers. Nail help from Chris Dunn that time. And Minnesota guards the roller that time and then also gets back out. And Bielitsa gets a deflection. Active hands are huge for Minnesota's defense. They've been getting a lot of deflections. And again, nail help is so important. Chris Dunn is at the nail. Where a free throw shooter normally shoots, and he's going to be responsible when Maurice Spates spaces versus the ice here. He's going to make him reload, and then one-on-one defense, though, Dave. That's very important. Bielitsa defends one-on-one. Gorgie J makes a miss. Active hands. Getting back in transition. Guarding one-on-one. Containing a pick-and-roll game, being able to redirect ball handlers and get back in front, guard one-on-one, and get back to your own. And the other thing Minnesota's done a great job of is scrambling. What a block by JaVale McGee.
And JaVale McGee was not only able to get the block, but able to have the basketball go off Gorgie Jang.
Again, another flash in the middle by Gorgie Jang, JaVale McGee. You know, JaVale's one of those guys, if I'm getting the ball inside against JaVale, I'm going to pump fake him because he's going to go for every single shot fake. Get to the free throw line.
Ron Looney unable to convert, and the Timberwolves come up with the basketball. Rubio will try it over Curry. And Looney pulls down the rebound. McGee for Thompson. Gets it right back, stripped to the basketball, but a reach-in foul is called.
You see way more black jerseys, and in Target Center's case, normally white jerseys in the painted area now with Minnesota. They're protecting the ball. The ball is the most important thing when you're playing defense. And yeah, when you're playing the Warriors, you're worried about three-point shooters, but you've got to make them make that extra pass and not give up those high percentage shots.
McGee, a 50% free throw shooter, misses the first. Well, Juju, a cold one. Look forward to Miller Lite's Miller Time moment. We'll bring that to you later on in tonight's broadcast. Klay Thompson will take a break. Call back on the floor. Left all alone, will try the three, and Bielitsa drills the triple.
Belly's value over this last stretch of games has been on the defensive end. He's been rebounding better, but his pick-and-roll defense has been invaluable.
Curry creates some space and able to drill it. Bielitsa has been much more aggressive in all aspects of the game. Was held scoreless against Los Angeles the other night, but prior to that had amassed 3 consecutive double-figure scoring nights. Rubio and Ricky just really looking for his own shot right now.
Little two-player game and forced the switch that time. Bielitsa, they got the double team. Ricky just spotted up to an advantageous position and knocked down a jumper.
Curry loses the basketball. Wolves have numbers. And Rubio will take it himself. No, but Rush there for the putback.
That's the way you look off the defenders, though, because they both went out to Brandon Rush and to Andrew Wiggins, and the right play for Ricky was to take it to the rim.
First fast break points of the game for the Timberwolves. McGee throws it away. Check in with Marnie Gellner. Marnie.
You guys were just talking about Nemanja Bielitsa after he made that three-pointer, and the corner that he has turned, which he says happened on this last road trip, especially that game in Sacramento. He played 35 minutes, which was his second most of the season, and Belly said, I needed that one game, just more playing time to get more confidence, to get in my rhythm. He said, now I feel like I'm playing the same way that I practice, and that's exactly what Tom Thibodeau said, too. He's seen it in practice, now we're seeing it in the games.
Yeah. That's right. I mean, that Sacramento game was so important because he ended up playing Gorgui Dieng. And, you know, Gorguy's normally the guy that plays the majority of the minutes, whether it's the 4 or the 5. I mean, obviously when Belly comes in, he's the 4, Cat's the 5, and Belly, you know, is really talented to play multiple positions. But he outplayed Gorgui Dieng on that road trip and got rewarded with minutes.
Bielitsa attacking and fouled as he goes up for the slam. Rattles out. He'll have a pair to the free throw line.
Listen, I'm saying this game is getting chippy. The Warriors are down this game. We saw it with the Clippers last ball game. Minnesota responded, though.
Well, Minnesota really responded. You think about Blake Griffin and Gorgui Dieng got into it, got double technicals in the game against LA the other night, and then the hard foul by Tyus Jones that eventually got called a flagrant 1. Timberwolves were not going to back down from any physicality against the Clippers, and showing it again here tonight. Shabazz Muhammad on the floor. Just a reminder, if you happen to step away from the game, know it is always available anywhere you go on Fox Sports Go, presented by Metro PCS. Dave Benz, Jim Peterson, and Marty Gilner along with you on our Fox Sports North crew. Glad to welcome in the NBA TV audience as well. Timberwolves playing some very good basketball. 5-2 their last 7 games. Bielitsa unable to come up with the rebounds. Warriors, meantime, just 2-3 in the 5 games since Kevin Durant got hurt. Curry, no, but McGee, yes. JaVale McGee certainly can do that. In fact, came into the game shooting 64.6% from the field. The highest percentage by a Golden State Warrior ever. If he is able to maintain that for the season, he'd set the franchise record. Rubio is fouled by Curry. Uncharted territory for the Warriors. First time losing 3 games in a 5-game span since December of 2014.
How does that compare to other teams, though? That's the question. So you look at Cleveland and San Antonio. Since December of 2014, it's only happened twice to Golden State, 5 to San Antonio, 11 times to Cleveland. So it is uncharted territory for Golden State. They've been so consistent.
How about 146 consecutive games before losing back-to-back games, and that ended last week in Chicago. I mean, that's unimaginable.
Yeah, that's just it's great coaching. It's great firepower with, you know, obviously the shooting that they have. You know, they were a much deeper team last year. Durant gives them so much more firepower too. So you might not be as deep, but you know, adding a Matt Barnes really helps them, though. A veteran guy who knows how to play. That's a good pickup for them.
Barnes was waived by Sacramento back in mid-February. It's his second tour of duty with the Warriors. Curry, nice pass to McGee, who blows the stuff. Gorgui Dieng, long 2, no.
Tibbs just doesn't like that shot in transition. It's a shot you can get later in the shot clock. Gorgui could just run handoff action with a guard.
Curry able to attack and finish. Rubio around the back and then fouled by Barnes, and he'll go back to the free throw line.
It's really hard to take Ricky out of the games. I mean, he just organizes your offense so well, and then in broken floor situations, he's much more aggressive making plays like this. Moving to his left, he tends to shoot with his right hand, so he does try to get that body contact when he loads it up to shoot. He doesn't use his left hand all that much in those kinds of situations.
What a weapon it has been for him, Jim, to get to the free throw line. He's shooting over 86% from the stripe this season, a career high.
We saw the impressive in transition Euro step using the left hand, though, against Chris Paul the other night early in the first quarter. We've seen Ricky kind of Euro step a little bit, but man, that play was impressive.
He really outplayed Chris Paul the other night. Barnes to McCaw in the corner, long 2, rattles out.
That's a scramble play right there, Belly just did. Great redirect and contain of Steph Curry. They got to the roller. Belly went out to the shooter that time instead of going back to his own man. They're just making better decisions, and this is where the drill work comes in. When you scramble and you're reading and you're making the right decisions, that's why your defense is #1 in efficiency.
Gorgie Chang swatted away by McGee. The Timberwolves will have it, but they'll only have 3.1 seconds on the shot clock.
Again, short clock, sideline on bounce plays, quick hitters. JaVale McGee, a good rim protector. Lost his balance on the way. Couldn't keep the wickets underneath him.
Bielitsa gives it right back to Wiggins. Andrew has to hurry, gets it away in time, off the glass and in. And Jim, whether Golden State scores on this possession or not, how about the Wolves' defense in this quarter? The Warriors lead the league in first quarter scoring at 31 a game. And they're going to finish below that number. Curry gets it up to 24.
Just a magician. Just unbelievable the way he can get to the rim.
Bielitsa's got to hurry and did not get it away in time. Won't matter anyway. But how about the Minnesota Timberwolves in the opening 12 minutes? A 10-point advantage against the highly touted Golden State Warriors. Quarter number 2 coming your way after this quick timeout.
That's a sign that we understand the system. Andrew Wiggins described it as being very mental, saying we're in the right spots without even having to think about getting to those right spots. And a lot of guys are describing it, Dave and Jim, as muscle memory finally kicking in. We hear Tom Thibodeau talk all the time about repetition and routine, and I think at this point, that's what's happening. It's just kicking in and becoming second nature for a lot of these guys.
No doubt it took them a while to figure it out, but they seem to have a grasp of it now. Bielitsa with the foul against Draymond Green.
They're just rules when you play defense. There are rules. And you know, one of the things that you need to do from a rule standpoint, especially if you're on a weak side defender, you need to get in. You need to be able to protect the paint, protect the ball. And you can get out and scramble to perimeter jump shooters. And obviously, there's rules strong side, weak side. There's rules in pick and roll game as Draymond Green glances that one off the rim.
That was a scud by Draymond. See the three-point shooting for the Warriors, just 1 of 6, the one made by Klay Thompson. Ian Clark into the game for Golden State. Towns unable to get it to roll in. Sean Livingston will not play tonight. The Warriors are going to rest him, save him up for the game against San Antonio tomorrow night. Ian Clark able to take it and make it.
That was a nice take by Ian Clark. First miss of the game for Karl Anthony Towns. The way Minnesota usually goes with their rotations, they bring in Shabazz Muhammad, but Wiggins normally plays until the end of the first quarter. Towns comes in and plays with the second unit, so either Towns or Wiggins are on the floor at all times.
Shabazz for 3. And Shabazz had that red-hot stretch where he was just making everything he was putting up from long range in February. He has certainly cooled off. Last touched by the Wolves. Andrew Wiggins in that opening quarter had 4 points, including this emphatic dunk.
Look at his shoes, though. He's got the white shoes on.
Between quarters, he switched to the green shoes.
He had the white shoes on last game, but he must have got a phone call from Zach LaVine or something. Zach's the one that prompted the green shoes to start with.
Had 20 points against the Clippers the other night. Clark drills it for those in the national audience tonight that don't know what Jim Peterson is referencing. Zach LaVine, right before he got injured, went over to Andrew Wiggins' house and noticed he had a bunch of unopened boxes of shoes. Started looking through them and said, you need a little bit more flair. Picked out the green shoes. Andrew wore them and went on an unbelievable hot streak. Towns for 3. If at first you don't succeed, try again.
Yeah, he went on an unbelievable hot streak in terms of breaking a Minnesota Timberwolves record, 19 straight of 20 points or more. That record that was set by Kevin Garnett twice at 16. Karl Anthony Towns has a chance to tie that record tonight. Beautiful basket cut. Those vertical cuts from the top to the rim are the ones that Golden State's really known for. Their body movement, their player movement, the ball movement, all on display.
The Warriors really good at sharing the basketball. Towns want to take and finish. And Cat's going to go to the free throw line for a 3-point play.
That's one of the things Towns likes to do. He likes to get the ball in pick and pop situations or in wedge action, like they were trying to set the diagonal up screen for him. And because Draymond Green knows they want to run that action for Karl instead of taking the cut for the post-up, takes it, rips through, and gets to the rim, and the beautiful finish. Minnesota runs a lot of diagonal up screens to get Karl into post-up opportunities, and when he gets there, he's normally very, very effective. Sometimes you just counter it. You know, you don't want to counter that right away. You want to run the wedge a couple times, come off the screen, they start playing you for it, then you counter it. Smart play by Towns. David West just gave Karl the business right in the chest.
Karl gets the business all the time, but he's still holding his chest a little bit. And then Towns says, get that shot out of here.
A little JaVale McGee for you right there.
5 to shoot for the Warriors.
That is definitely Karl Anthony Towns' frustration block, because normally, I mean, you just redirect that right back to Chris Dunn or Shabazz Muhammad. He just wanted to send that one into the first row, just because he could.
West takes it. And Jones with the rebound.
The second unit's been really solidified by having Tyus Jones in the backcourt with Chris Dunn.
What a screen by Towns, and Jones makes it pay dividends.
Tyus Jones was getting DNP'd most nights when Zach LaVine was part of the team, and then even when Brandon Rush first started, Tyus wasn't playing much, but Tyus and Chris Dunn has been a good combination.
Steve Kerr wants a timeout. The Timberwolves on top by 11, and the Stars have been shining here tonight in downtown Minneapolis. Klay Thompson leading the way for the Warriors, and Karl Anthony Towns getting it done for the Minnesota Timberwolves. Right now, everybody that's in the battle for that 8 spot playing really good basketball. Yeah. The Nuggets 4-3, Portland 5-2, Minnesota 5-2, and Dallas 5-1. Strength of schedule for the teams remaining. The Timberwolves have the toughest road to hoe, and not only are the opponents tough, they have a ton of road games to play. Yep. The Timberwolves are going to get into that 8 spot. They are going to have to earn it the hard way. By the way, Denver and Dallas both in action later tonight. They'll both be tipping off in just a little bit. Denver hosts the Celtics. The Mavericks host the Brooklyn Nets. And I don't know about you, Jim, but I'm getting sick of seeing all the teams the Timberwolves are playing against hosting the Brooklyn Nets. Last night, Portland, a big win in overtime against Philadelphia. Shabazz Muhammad there for the putback. Timberwolves have 11 second chance points.
Watched the Portland Trailblazer game last night. Was watching as Draymond Green draws the foul here on Bjelica. Jusuf Nurkic was absolutely off the charts in that ball game. 28 points, 20 rebounds, 8 assists, 6 blocks. A stat sheet stuffer. Philly should have won that game.
Well, a dumb foul by Robert Covington late in the fourth quarter.
Just sent C.J. McCollum to the free throw line. They did end up sending it to overtime, and it was Covington that converted the basket that sent it to overtime. But
Clark, no. Shabazz with the rebound. Nurkic, though, his passing, Jim, was off the charts last night. We'll get an offensive foul call here going against the Wolves.
You got to be able to have body control and slow your roll. Shabazz hasn't been doing much of that recently, but when it comes to the Nurkic-Plumlee trade, Plumlee has not played as well for Denver as Nurkic has for Portland. Nurkic is a much better low post scorer. He's able to step out and knock down perimeter jump shots. And what Plumlee did for Portland, when he was a pocket pass decision maker, so out of pick and roll game, he would make great passes. Nurkic is making those same passes. He is threading the needle. He has been really great. He's re-energized that Portland Trailblazer team.
Wolves forced the turnover. Chris Dunn against Clark, unable to finish. Boz, no. The Warriors get the stop. And now numbers for Golden State. Thompson dumps it for West. Extra pass into the corner. Clark, long 2. They are going to review it, but for now, Lauren Holtkamp says it was just a 2-pointer.
You got to be able to use your left hand on the left side of the glass. Chris Dunn tried to finish with his right. Shabazz Muhammad couldn't get the tip in.
By the way, Jim, Tom Thibodeau was asked at shoot-around today whether or not he watched that Portland game last night. I know you were watching it. I was watching. Seemed like all the Timberwolves fans on Twitter were watching it. Tom Thibodeau said he was not watching it. He's paying attention to the race, but, oh my, Iguodala with the putback dunk. But Thibodeau said, hey, we got to concentrate on what's in front of us, because if we don't take care of our business, nothing else matters.
Well, you know, it does matter. I mean, Minnesota luckily still has 3 games with Portland left. The game here was called the other night because of condensation on the floor at Target Center, so we'll see them one more time here, but twice in Portland.
Dunn off the dribble, the rainbow OJ.
He's been shooting it better lately. Making up for that missed layup right there. He's still kicking himself for that. You got to move on.
Chris Dunn has hit on 10 of his last 17 shots over the last 6+ games. That following a stretch in which he went 2 of 11. Draymond Green puts it back up and in.
His first hoop of the game. Again, diagonal up screen action to a post up for Karl-Anthony Towns, forcing the switch to the double team.
Shabazz.
That's just great passing by Towns. Just, you double team him. He's going to make you pay now. He wasn't as good a passer out of double teams earlier in the season. He is now.
West for Clark. And the Timberwolves secure the rebound. Shabazz Muhammad didn't have numbers. Doesn't matter. He'll take it and make it. A one-man fast break. Timberwolves have 9 players in the scoring column. Draymond Green for Thompson. Chris Dunn gets up on him quickly. Thompson will take it. Bielitsa picks up his dribble, and now Tyus will reset. Dunn unable to connect. West has it knocked away. A late whistle comes in. They'll get Chris Dunn for the foul. That'll bring about a timeout on the floor. We'll take a break as well. The Timberwolves off and rolling right now against the Golden State Warriors. Mentioned it last segment. The Timberwolves game against the Trailblazers was postponed this past Monday due to condensation on the floor. It has been rescheduled for April 3rd. Note the start time, 6 p.m. If you bought tickets to that game, go to Timberwolves.com for all the details. You could be eligible for tickets to an additional game as the Timberwolves want to make good to the fans who came out here. And Jim, I can disclose this. The Timberwolves that was not their first choice for the game to be April 3rd. It's going to conflict with the Minnesota Twins season opener at Target Field right next door. That game is estimated to get underway with the first pitch about 3:20. The Timberwolves did not get the they did not get the benefit of making the decision.
What are you talking about?
It was an NBA decision which date that game would be made up.
You're burying the lead.
How am I burying the lead?
It's also the NCAA championship night.
It's the NCAA championship night, but the Timberwolves are more concerned. They didn't want to conflict with the Twins season opener. Karl-Anthony Towns able to convert the turnover into points. Timberwolves 8 points off.
Foul on Pachulia. What are they doing?
Curry has it blocked. Towns comes up with the basketball.
This is, things are getting chippy out here, and it's, Pachulia got his elbows up. Normally when you set a screen in the middle of the floor like that and you get your elbows up and hit a guard in the face, like that you can't lift your arms up and hold a player like that. That is a foul on Zaza Pachulia.
Well, Pachulia does get the foul call on the other end.
Just deserts.
It's his second personal, second team foul by Golden State. Shabazz Muhammad, look out below! What a find by Ricky Rubio. And a better run to the rack by Shabazz.
Shabazz has been, as good as he's been offensively, Dave, he's been a better defender as well.
And Curry into double figures with the jumper. He's got 10. 14 is an important number tonight for Steph Curry. We will explain when and if he gets to that number. Bielitsa for 3. Belly thought it was good the way he was going back. Ricky Rubio tries to force the turnover. And Curry able to leave it for Matt Barnes.
Those are the shots that Belly just cannot make consistently. Those backbreakers, the ones that extend your lead and make coaches call timeouts. And that would have been an unbelievable shot for him to have hit right there. Then you go down and give up an easy play in transition.
Wiggins unable to connect. Curry ahead to McCaw. And McCaw finishes.
Minnesota's just getting in outnumbered situations. When Golden State is scoring, it's because they're pushing tempo off a miss, and Minnesota's getting outnumbered. Golden State's been getting easy pickets. Now it's Tibbs that has to call the time.
A 6-0 run by the Warriors. Timberwolves still on top by double figures, however, as Boz 8 points, and none prettier than this attack of the rack. Well, Toyota gets us cut up here on a Friday night at Target Center. Klay Thompson, 11 points thus far for the Golden State Warriors. He's got one of their 2 made threes. Steph Curry into double figures. He's also got 4 assists to go along with his 10 points. Timberwolves, meantime, getting another productive game out of their point guard, Ricky Rubio. 8 points, 8 assists, couple of rebounds. And how about Karl Anthony Towns? 3 points away from his 19th game with 20 points or more. 19th consecutive game with 20 points or more. Has averaged 28.2 over the last 18 games for Minnesota. Timberwolves look to finish this first half strong. Bielitsa, no, but follows his own miss.
He needed that one to go in. Got a feeling had he missed that shot that we'd see Gorgui Dieng come back into the game.
See the second chance scoring in favor of the Wolves.
Good redirect.
Curry will take it. Rattles out. Bielitsa with a rebound, and he took a shot to the face. They're going to call the foul on Barnes.
Steph Curry's 0 for 4 from outside the arc in this game, but don't let that fool you. He's been very efficient in the painted area. He's already squeezed the trigger 13 times in this game. Klay Thompson has shot the ball 10 times. They're the only 2 Warriors in double figures right now for Golden State. Bielitsa is rebounding the ball better. That's one of the reasons why he gets to stay in the game too, by the way, is that he's rebounding at a higher rate. The scoring is not necessarily what's going to keep him on the floor. What he's doing so well now, his pick-and-roll defense has really improved immensely. And in a game like this, with all these potent guards shooting, you need a guy like Bielitsa.
Rubio finds Towns.
What a pass and what a finish. Towns just suspended in the air.
9th assist for Rubio. He's also had 1 pass that led to free throws. Curry. And a foul is called as he finds Draymond Green, and Green will go to the free throw line.
No ball pressure by Steph Curry. He had his hands up, but wasn't pressed up. You give Rubio that kind of vision, he's able to pick you apart.
Jim, these are only going to be free throws number 3 and 4 of the game for the Golden State Warriors. They only attempted 9 in their loss to Boston the other night, which was their 2nd lowest total in a game this season. Well, Wolves fans, you can stream games live on your mobile device with Fox Sports Go, presented by Metro PCS. Download the app and take Fox Sports North and Wolves basketball wherever you go. Look at this Warriors team, and Jim, just 2 of 10 from downtown, 4 free throw attempts. The Wolves have done a great job defensively in this first half. Rubio tried to find Shabazz Muhammad with a no-look pass. Thompson picks it off, and then Thompson able to Euro step his way to the bucket around Bielitsa.
Rubio turning it over that time, trying to get it to Shabazz. The easy pass would have been out to Bielitsa.
2nd turnover of the game against Ricky, and the 4th against the Wolves.
Got a 2-for-1 situation here. Comfortable. Andrews got to go to work.
Wiggins looking for his first points of the game in the green shoes. No, but Bielitsa there for the putback. And the Timberwolves already 15 second chance points tonight. Curry forgets about the 3 and gets the 2 from Iguodala. Golden State only gives up 14 second chance points a game, which actually is near the bottom of the league, and the Timberwolves already over that total. Curry picks the pocket of Wiggins, and then able to finish.
Crazy. He's just a little assassin out there.
Back to a 9-point game. Curry picks up the foul on Rubio. Over 90 feet from the basket.
Ricky's going to the free throw line, but still gives them an opportunity to make a 3-ball here with 8.9 to go. I'm sure Steph Curry's going to be thinking 3 here. Minnesota's got to get matched up in this free throw situation. These are kind of dangerous. Even if after a made free throw, Golden State has the ability to get the ball in bounds quickly and get up the floor and get an advantage.
Well, Wolves fans hunt down the latest gear at the Wolves Pro Shop. It's located on the Skyway level of Target Center, and they've got you covered whether you're looking for a Towns jersey or Wolves hoodie. You can also shop online at wolvesproshop.com. Ricky Rubio, 10 points, 9 assists, nearly has a first-half double-double. Draymond Green finds Thompson. 2 seconds. Pachulia underneath and the block at the rack. They're going to count the bucket. Ken Mauer calls a goaltend. Tom Thibodeau can't believe it. I'd like to get another look at
lead over the Golden State Warriors. We're with Rick Brunson, assistant coach for the Wolves. To hold Golden State to 53, this is the highest scoring team in the league, and they're only 2 of 10 from 3. How well was the defense playing in that first half?
Well, I thought our defense was great. We did a great job in the first half, in the first quarter. But I thought the second quarter, they got on transition, had like 10 points, I believe, in the second quarter.
Steph Curry and Klay Thompson haven't exactly shot the lights out. They're more effective on the drive. What do you do to counter that in the second?
Well, you know, Coach always says 2s don't beat you. We got to take the 3-ball out of the game, and if our guys play the 3-point line, and in the second half, we should be in a good place to win.
Appreciate it. Thanks, Coach.
Thank you.
Guys.
All right, thank you very much, Marnie. Let's get to our Menard second half scouting report. Jim Peterson, what are you looking at?
Well, I just think when you look at the stat sheet, Andrew Wiggins is 2 of 8, 4 points in the first half. Minnesota needs a lot more production from Andrew Wiggins if they're going to beat the Golden State Warriors. And then, like Rick was talking about, the transition defense, a 10-2 advantage. And that's when Golden State was most effective in that first half, is when they got Minnesota into outnumbered situations. Minnesota's got to get back and get matched up regardless of position, and then just keep dominating the offensive rebounding. The differential for Minnesota most nights is what puts them over the top because of Karl-Anthony Towns. A 15-9 advantage in second change points, and another clean sweep for Minnesota in the 4 factors game. To hold Golden State to this 10 of 2 shooting from outside the arc is a good thing. Now you just got to keep it up. And like Rick was talking about, you'd rather get 2s than 3s, but you know, you just get matched up in transition, you'd be in a much better place.
Well, the Timberwolves were paced in that first half by Karl-Anthony Towns, 19 points. He had 4 rebounds. Ricky Rubio was fantastic with the 9 assists. He had 10 points as well. And Karl-Anthony Towns, 1 point away from matching Andrew Wiggins' streak of 19 consecutive games with 20 points or more. And these were the numbers coming into tonight over the last 18. Over 20 a game, over 13 boards, nearly 62%.
He's going to have to do some work to get to 20 and 24 and 17, or 24 and 14. He's been really good, you know, rebounding the basketball. But offensively, he's been just efficient. You know, just taking what the defense is giving them. And 8 of 10 for Towns, 19 points, only 4 rebounds. His rebound rate is much higher usually. We'll see what happens here in the second half, but he has been completely dominant and a confident guy.
Timberwolves giving up 13 points to Klay Thompson in that first half. Steph Curry had a dozen, the only 2 players in double figures for Golden State. And again, Jim, we talked about it a little bit. You wonder, Golden State, the way they've been playing of late, 2 and 3 their last 5, and then the schedule has not been favorable for them. On top of Kevin Durant being out, and oh yeah, by the way, tomorrow night against San Antonio on national TV, you kind of thought coming into this game tonight the Timberwolves might be getting the Warriors at the right time, and they certainly took advantage of that in the first half, leading by as many as 17, and they have been frequent flyers since February 26th. 7,339 nautical miles traveled, and they're not done yet. They're going to fly another 1,000 plus to San Antonio, and then another 1,500 or so back to the Bay Area before they're done with an 8-game stretch. And as I alluded to in the first half, Steve Kerr basically said, hey, that game at Golden State against Boston on Wednesday night, that was like a road game because it was sandwiched in between this long road trip that they were on. They barely had enough time to get home and do any laundry.
Steve Kerr's not doing any laundry.
Crazy.
Well, he doesn't do anything. He probably just has all kinds of people that do stuff for him. Nice, again, the cuts by Klay Thompson. Good back screen that time, knocking off the defender. Chris Dunn did a really nice job in the first half defending Klay Thompson. Klay was getting off early in the first half when Brandon Rush was guarding him.
Towns working on Draymond Green. Spins, fires, connects.
That right shoulder turn fadeaway has become one of his trademark shots, that Dirk Nowitzki fadeaway.
And there it is. He's up to 21. Has tied the Timberwolves franchise record, 19 consecutive with 20 or more.
Boy, did Klay Thompson just try to shed Andrew Wiggins that time?
Patrick McCaw's 8th start of the season. He's got 4 in the game. Timberwolves trying to end a 10-game home losing skid to the Warriors. They ended a 9-game home losing skid to the Clippers here on Wednesday night. Wiggins weaves his way through the traffic and able to lay it off the glass and in. That was impressive. By the way, the 10-game home losing skid by the Timberwolves, or on the other side, the 10-game road win streak here in Minnesota for the Warriors is the longest active road win streak by any team in the NBA. Thompson connects on his second 3-ball of the night.
Ricky got knocked off. Towns got up there and actually got a hand up.
They're going to review that, by the way. Lauren Holtkamp signals for review. Rubio gets Curry to go by, and then connects.
I like that Brandon Rush is a ball mover. I like that he's a ball mover, but I think he needs to be more aggressive offensively. He's too good a shooter just to be that guy that makes the extra pass all the time. Wow, caught that layup.
Instead, he defers to Green. And Green dumps it for Pachulia.
Oh, my goodness.
They're going to call a blocking foul.
That is a difficult call for Gorgui Dieng, who was there so early.
Was he in the restricted area, though?
Couldn't quite see it. It was a glancing blow. I thought he was way outside.
He was outside.
That is just a terrible call by Lauren Holtkamp. He's there early. He's there squared up. It's a pass and crash. I get it, but still, Gorgie's there early before he even leaves the ground.
Gorgui tied for 4th in the league with 20 charges drawn this season. That should have been number 2.
Why is he shooting? He should not be shooting. He passed the basketball.
And now Ken Maurer discussing things with Lauren Holtkamp. And he will not be shooting.
It's ridiculous.
Everybody unhappy. The Wolves unhappy that there was a foul call. The Warriors unhappy that there's no free throws. Side out of bounds for Golden State. Here we go. Green. Trying to draw a foul there. And it will be Timberwolves basketball. I didn't even think Draymond got touched.
I love Gorgui Dieng. I'm a big fan of Gorgui Dieng because Gorgui gives up his body. He's a tremendous help defender. He's always there for his teammates. He's just one of those guys that is just a huge Band-Aid for your team. Such a selfless guy.
Doesn't complain.
No, never complains.
And you talk about a guy, Jim, who really perhaps has suffered the most with Zach LaVine being out. Ricky Rubio finds Gorgui Dieng. Gorgui, so much of his offense this season has been in that 2-man game with Zach LaVine.
Rubio another double-double, 12 and 10.
Green puts it up for Pachulia.
And that's the pocket pass decision-making that I always talk about with players like Draymond Green. Pick and roll game, get it out to Draymond Green, get him the ball, run the free throw line, and let him attack, and then let him make the decision-making. Towns had to step up that time.
Ricky Rubio unable to finish. Curry. McCaw attacks and rejected by Gorgui Dieng.
Was that help defender?
Towns trying to work on Draymond, and Draymond Green with the reach and foul, and now technical as has been called on top of it. And for Draymond Green, if the T is on him, and I believe it is, that is going to be his 12th technical foul of the season.
And he's not stopping either.
He's pleading his case right now to Ken Maurer, and as you're looking at the replay. And now finally Klay Thompson comes in and pulls him away. Ricky Rubio on the free throw, drills it. Ricky Rubio's been Mr. Automatic on technical free throws. He's now made 43 in a row on technical free throw attempts going back to last season.
This is what you love about Draymond Green, though. You love the fiery competitiveness. It's one of the reasons why the Warriors are good. You know, you got to have that guy, that competitor, the guy that's the vocal leader, tough, actually a tough guy. Draymond Green is not a phony tough guy. He is actually a tough guy. And so this is what I mean about pocket pass decision making. So, Dave, pick and roll game. Draymond Green setting the step up here and setting the screen on Ricky Rubio. Steph comes in, pocket pass decision making to Draymond, and then watch what he does with it. Comes off it, pocket pass by Curry, and then the lob over the top. Beautiful job by Draymond Green.
Curry will take it. First made three for Steph Curry, and that's a big one as he just passed his father's career point total with that three-point jumper. He's at 12,671 for his career. His father down with 12,670 career points, and he's just informed of that over. Back here at Target Center, well, it might not be a big moment in the annals of NBA history, but you can rest assured this is a huge moment in the career of Steph Curry in his own mind. Passing his father's career point total on this three-point try. Dell did it in 16 seasons. Steph has done it in 8 seasons to get 12,671 points. And like father, like son, Steve Kerr talked about it before the game, said he defended Dell Curry a ton during his career, so he said maybe he's part of the reason Dell had that many points, the silky smooth jumper. And Steph, I asked him before the game tonight, Jim, what it would mean to pass his father, and he said it's unbelievable because he never imagined that he could be able to excel as much as he has in the NBA career and get a bigger number than his father did in his career. They said it would be a special moment indeed. And by the way, 20,412 on hand to witness that moment for Steph Curry, the largest Timberwolves crowd ever at Target Center. So a lot happening. One final thought, by the way, Steph told me he figured his dad would be watching tonight to see that, although he had to call a game for Charlotte tonight, so I don't know if he did see it, but he said he hopes his dad did see it because his dad still thinks that he's the better player.
You know? Played 16 years in the league. That's longevity. Anytime you score 10,000 points in this league, that's the number that is kind of like the gold standard. If you get to 10,000, you've really done something in this league. Another block by Pachulia.
And don't look now, but the Warriors are within 5 after trailing by as many as 17. Curry off the heel, rebounded by Towns.
Zaza Pachulia isn't the defender that someone like an Andrew Bogut is. Pachulia is a very good pick-and-roll defender, but in terms of rim protection and all of that, what Zaza Pachulia is, though, is a tremendous screener. He just set up Klay Thompson the basket before. Klay Thompson just uses him all the time. Steph Curry, those drag screens that Pachulia sets are hard to get around.
Curry trying to find Pachulia. And last touch by Pachulia.
Just watch Zaza, the way that on the offensive end, the way that he gets people open, away from the ball, on the ball. He's not Andrew Bogut, but he is a really good replacement. He was very good in Dallas. Wherever he's been, Dave, he's been a valuable player.
Well, he's shooting a career-high percentage, but Jim, you're right. It's not so much the offense, it's the other things that he does. And how about the fact they got him 1 year for $2.9 million?
Yeah, it's a great value. It's that big body, though, and his willingness to get people open and understanding screening angles.
Wiggins did everything but connect on the shot, and then able to corral the back tap, looking for Towns.
And there's Pachulia.
Curry, and we're going to get a foul.
Good foul.
Yeah, it's the right call. Tom Thibodeau shaking his head, but Ricky Rubio got up in Steph Curry's space. So
Ricky was in no man's land, wanted to get the steal, couldn't get there, decided to take the foul. It was a good decision because it was 2-on-1. Steph Curry was going to throw it ahead. Brandon Rush would have been in trouble.
Second personal on Ricky. Third team foul on the Wolves. Warriors will re-inbound with 15 on the shot clock. Timberwolves and Warriors will play one more time this season. That'll be April 4th at Oracle. The Warriors are cautiously optimistic that they may have Kevin Durant back for that game as Klay Thompson able to connect. Durant met the media on Wednesday at Oracle and did not rule out the possibility of being back before the end of the regular season. Towns lets it fly. It's some contact, no whistle as Bojan Pachulia spilled to the floor. And now they're slow getting to the other end. Thompson, no. Curry tries to put it back up and in. So does Draymond Green. Curry will let it fly out of the corner. And the Wolves finally come up with it.
Towns and Pachulia in a little Karl Malone and Dennis Rodman down at the other end.
Wiggins three, rattles in. Andrew Wiggins just his fourth make from the field tonight. Fourth three by Minnesota. And the Wolves force another turnover. Wiggins, he's got McCaw to beat. Andrew flushes it home. And Steve Kerr and the Warriors have to use a timeout as the Timberwolves have pushed it back up to an 8-point advantage and Target Center on its feet. Well, with Kevin Durant's injury, do the Warriors still maintain the top spot in Jim Pete's NBA power rankings? He'll reveal his top 5 coming up next.
That the Washington Wizards, even though they're below Boston in the standings, I think John Wall and Bradley Beal are just tremendous in what they've been able to do. They've won 23. They got 23-6 over the last 20. That's pretty impressive. Houston Rockets, we've seen them up close. The three-point barrage, they're a very impressive team. The Cleveland Cavaliers, they've kind of stumbled some here. LeBron James and Kyrie averaging 56 apiece, but Golden State is second right now on my list. Without Kevin Durant, they've kind of stumbled a little bit, and I think the San Antonio Spurs are quietly the best team in the NBA. Kawhi Leonard, we just saw him down in San Antonio, and he's an MVP-type performer. Kawhi Leonard is doing things night in and night out that if you're paying attention to the San Antonio Spurs, you're seeing what he's able to do.
Although the Spurs lost last night to Oklahoma City, Kawhi Leonard sustained a concussion in that game and is entering the NBA's concussion protocol. Has already been ruled out for tomorrow night's game against the Warriors. That could be a big break for Golden State. They play the Spurs 2 more times, both in San Antonio. Curry with an offensive rebound, misses from inside. Last touched by the Wolves. Get to our Sanford Health injury report tonight, and the Warriors with and without Kevin Durant. What a difference Kevin Durant's absence has made for the Golden State Warriors. It took them a while, Jim, to adjust to having him in the lineup, and now it's taking them a while to adjust to not having him in the lineup. Truly a great take. Timberwolves stripped the basketball, though.
Gorgie Dieng was stripping it on the way up to go block the shot.
Wiggins fouled as he goes up.
Out of bounds.
Oh, he stepped out. I thought they called the foul. So the turnover against the Wolves is their 8th of the game. Curry kicks it out. Barnes looked like his foot was on the line. See if they signal for a review. Nobody's signaling for a review. Tom Thibodeau's not asking for one. They give him the 3. Rubio fouled as he drives.
Hey, one of the things that a lot of teams do is they ice wing pick and roll. So how do you beat the ice? Is one of the things that you can do in beating the ice is Ricky Rubio jumps to ice right here, is attack the outside shoulder of the big who's giving you the drive. And Steph Curry does that. He attacks Gorgie Dieng's outside shoulder, and that collapses the defense. That's when things break down. So even though Steph Curry wasn't allowed to go to the middle of the floor against the ice defense, he attacked the outside shoulder of Gorgie Dieng like he should. He's reading all of the time. Gorgie was in because he didn't want to give up the split to Steph Curry. And so Steph just reads it, he attacks the outside shoulder, collapses the defense, 3-ball.
6 assists tonight for Steph Curry. Rubio, meantime, 9 of 9 at the free throw line, 15 points, Thompson fouled as he throws up a wild shot. He'll go to the line for a pair. Well, Jim, Ricky Rubio outplayed Chris Paul the other night, and you could say that he's outplaying Steph Curry here tonight. 15 points, 11 assists for Ricky Rubio, 15.6 assists for Steph Curry.
Just stylistically, such a different game than Steph Curry, but just so effective for Rubio.
We'll experience the power of the pack with a 2017-18 Wolves season membership. Get access to exclusive events, discounts, and all things Timberwolves all year long. Memberships are on sale now. Learn more at timberwolves.com/memberships or call 612-673-1234 to speak with a rep. By the way, we announced that attendance, Jim, a Target Center record for a Timberwolves game. And the Timberwolves sold excess capacity tickets leading up to the game tonight, including space in the hockey pros. Gorgie Jang wanted a foul call.
Great block by JaVale McGee.
He's been very active defensively.
I thought that was deflected by Andrew Wiggins.
Timberwolves will get the benefit of the call.
Minnesota dodged the bullet right there. I thought Andrew Wiggins tipped that one out of bounds.
I agree with you. But it goes to the books as the 11th turnover of the game for Golden State. Wiggins finally does get the foul call. McGee got him as he goes up. So Wiggins will go to the free throw line for the first time tonight. Jim, a lot of people have asked me, I'm sure you get the same question about what's been different about this Timberwolves team from early in the year. And early in the year, they played great stretches where they built leads. The difference was when other teams came back and kind of knocked them in the mouth. They folded like a cheap lawn chair. And that's been the difference. They've really kind of weathered the storm much better.
They're starting to reflect the toughness of their coach. That's for sure. You've been down. I mean, how many different scenarios has Minnesota seen this year? They've seen so much good play, but then so much like just adversity in terms of teams coming back on them. And now they just have that toughness. And now they're just attacking. You can see the swarming defense now for Minnesota.
Iguodala, who's had a very quiet game, just 4 points. Muhammad.
Rubio is such a Band-Aid. You know, things break down. Just get it to Rubio. He can orchestrate and make things happen. Get it into the right guy's hands.
Andrew Wiggins. Wiggins has 11 of his 15 points here in the quarter.
What a finish by Andrew. Got to get up if you're going to Chen.
Curry gets it back.
Good job by Bielitsa.
Barnes whips it inside. McCaw still plenty of time. Curry lets it fly.
That was crazy.
Second chance for Golden State.
That is insane.
Out of the corner, and the Timberwolves finally get the stop.
That ball movement was a clinic.
But all for naught.
I love it.
2 minutes remaining in the quarter.
We go under 2 minutes to go here in the third. Wiggins has been red hot in the quarter, unable to connect there, but Bielitsa with an offensive board. Shabazz Muhammad, no. McCaw loses the basketball. Gorgie Jang able to secure it. Shabazz attacks Barnes and draws the foul. And Shabazz is going to head to the free throw line. The Timberwolves a decided advantage at the charity stripe. These will be free throws number 16 and 17. Golden State's only attempted 6. Muhammad a chance to get into double figures. He's scored in double figures 13 of his last 17 games. Well, College Night with the Wolves takes place every Monday and Wednesday at Target Center thanks to U.S. Bank. Tickets are $10 with a college ID or valid.edu email address. Visit timberwolves.com/collegenight for more info. Timberwolves will have a college night coming up on Monday against the Washington Wizards.
Shabazz goes 1 of 2. Chris Dunn comes into the game for Ricky Rubio. We got to finish out this quarter strong here. Towns is down. Wiggins is the focus. Chris Dunn's got to press up.
Curry had it knocked away. The Wolves come up with the basketball.
Just great deflections and active hands for Minnesota.
Golden State, by the way, only 3 wins this year when they trail going to the 4th quarter. But one of those 3 did come against Minnesota. Shabazz lets it fly, unable to connect.
I'm not sure why Andrew didn't get it to Gorgie Jang. Just those transition points are just upsetting me.
12 fast break points now in the game for Golden State. They lead the league in that category. Andrew Wiggins.
Talk about just written determination.
Iguodala rises for the slam. A 9-second difference between the shot and game clocks. Gorgie Jang. Beautiful fake and a blocking foul and run for Gorgie Jang. Steph Curry tries to take the charge, and instead Gorgie with a 3-point opportunity. That's going to be foul number 4 of the game on Steph Curry. Curry clearly still moving.
It's been a heck of a game for Gorgie Jang. He's played really well. 11 points in the game, 4 rebounds. He's been, you can't really calculate statistically what he's done in this game too, because he's taking charges. He's, you know, there at the rim, protecting the rim and altering shots, if not blocking shots. Just a huge fan of this young man. And he's funny. Great personality. He's a character.
And he's humble.
Yes, he is. Very humble. For royalty.
Iguodala with 5 seconds. Barnes.
Didn't get it away.
They're going to count it.
They should not.
They are going to review it, though. But for now, they do count it. So
clearly in his hands.
78 as we go into the timeout. We'll see whether or not the score changes. Jim, you're right. It looks like it was still in his hand, but we'll see what the official review is out of Secaucus. So it's that's pretty definitive right there. So the Timberwolves should be leading by 12 when we start this 4th quarter. We will update it for you when we return. Either way, the Wolves up double digits on the Warriors.
What this game will do to you?
Well, the Timberwolves have certainly played inspired basketball all night long, and that bucket did not count by Matt Barnes to close out the 3rd quarter. Came too late is the official review, as we expected. Timberwolves up a dozen. Jim, they led by 10 going into the 4th quarter, the last meeting between these two teams back on December 11th. Towns able to connect to push it to a 14-point advantage. It marked the largest 4th quarter comeback by the Warriors this season. Timberwolves looking to not let history repeat itself, and you get the feeling of the way this Wolves team has been playing, they're better suited to do that. But don't discount this Warriors team, capable of scoring in bunches. West feeds Thompson, and Thompson has it rattle off. Will go to the free throw line for a pair. 3rd foul of the game, Nemanja Bjelica. What a week it would be for the Timberwolves if they can indeed get this one to the finish line, Jim, to go on Wednesday and ending 9-game home losing skid to the Clippers, then follow that up by ending a 10-game home losing skid to Golden State. That would be
nice.
A pretty good week for the Timberwolves franchise. Well, Fox Sports Supports is proud to team up with National Alliance on Mental Illness and their commitment to improving the lives of families and those living with mental illness. Learn more about how to be stigma-free and visit foxsportssupports.com. Dave Benz, Jim Peterson, Marnie Gellner, and our Fox Sports North crew with you on a sold-out Friday night at Target Center in downtown Minneapolis, and also happy to have along the national NBA TV audience. Getting a look at a revitalized Minnesota Timberwolves team, 6-3 its last 9 games, and trying to keep pace in the Western Conference race for that 8th spot. Tyus Jones, no.
The thing you got to do if you're going to beat Golden State is they're not going to just beat themselves for the most part. You have to beat them and their execution and their ball movement by being tough, mentally tough, and not have bad possessions and string together a bunch of empty possessions.
That was a good back tap by Draymond Green as there were 3 black jerseys around him. Clark leaves it for Thompson out of the corner.
How good was Clark in the first half, though? I mean, that guy was really good. In 8 minutes, he was 3 of 5, had 7 assists, 4 rebounds, and an assist as well. So creates a basket right there.
See the numbers for Thompson. He's gone 27 points in his last 3 against the Wolves. He's averaged 27 points. Towns. The Warriors force the miss. Chris Dunn able to get a hand on it, knock it out of bounds. It will stay with the Warriors with 11 to shoot.
Good fight that time by Chris Dunn. He was overmatched, didn't let Draymond Green just catch the ball simply. He denied the catch and got the deflection out of bounds.
Another 3 ball by the Warriors.
Just a bad pass that time by Tyus Jones. Clark out of bounds. That's a set play and a very good screen. Tyus didn't follow him. He tried to shoot the gap that time. He got burned.
8-0 run. The Wolves need points on this possession.
David West is not going to let Karl Anthony Towns catch.
Bielitsa kicks it back for Dunn. Shot clock down to 4. Dunn will take it, rattles out. Shabazz goes up for the rebound. A lot of contact. Wanted a loose ball foul, but it's just going to be out of bounds off the Timberwolves. Jim, I know Chris Dunn and Tyus Jones have played better of late, but you wonder how long the Wolves can go without Ricky Rubio on the floor here.
Not long.
Thompson for 3, rattles out. 50-50 ball goes into the hands of Bielitsa. Behind the back for Belly. Dunn has it knocked away, and Iguodala's got a free run to the rack for the dunk.
It's a foul on Shabazz Muhammad. It should have been anyway.
And Tom Thibodeau wants a timeout as the Warriors have it back to just a 4-point game, a 10-0 run by Golden State. Brought to you by your hometown KFC. Karl Anthony Towns, 19th consecutive game with at least 20 points.
15 shot attempts, efficiency, 10 of 15 for Towns, 2 of 4 from outside the arc. You know, he hasn't gotten to the line very much. You know, he didn't get to the line against the LA Clippers. Only 1 free throw attempt in this game tonight. Just 7 rebounds. Like, statistically, he's not giving you the kind of gaudy numbers that he's normally gotten, but offensively, he's shown up. Andrew Wiggins has come through here in the second half after only having 4 points at halftime. Andrew has 17 now, but you see the efficiency there for Towns. You know, Rubio's back in the court. You ask how long. I think putting Chris Dunn in pick and roll sometimes. Chris is just not the decision maker yet that Tyus Jones is, or Ricky Rubio. He threw that last one away, which means for Tibbs, you're going to get Ricky back into the game.
Bielitsa, Wolves need it, don't get it.
He just can't hit that shot. You just needed to hit that shot right there. If you're going to win this game, that's the shot you needed to hit.
Wolves able to get a stop, though. Bielitsa gets the rebound. 10 rebounds tonight for Nemanja Bielitsa.
The rebounding has been fantastic for Nemanja Bielitsa and the defense. But you've got to make shots. You've got to make open shots.
Wiggins gets to the free throw line off the heel, and Golden State comes up with the rebound. Golden State has taken the lead on the glass, by the way. That's been one of the Wolves' strengths since the All-Star break. Out-rebounding opponents by over 11 boards per game over that 6-game stretch. We're going to get a foul call here going before the shot against Minnesota. Rubio was trying to push his way through the screen.
So Rubio trying to shoot the gap. I thought that's a kind of a moving screen. Draymond Green kind of slid right into Rubio and created that contact. Minnesota has not scored since the 11:43 mark, and they've missed their last 5 shots. So just as we were talking about not having empty possessions, Minnesota has a bunch of them.
Third foul of the game on Ricky. Second foul on the team this quarter. Thompson for 3. And just like that, it's a 1-point game. This is where the Timberwolves need to dig deep. 13-0 run by Golden State. The Wolves need to end the drought this possession. Rubio got hit, and Ricky, a veteran move, draws the foul, gets the shot away, doesn't get it to drop, but we'll go to the free throw line for a pair.
First personal, Golden State's first team foul at the line. Shooting to Ricky Rubio.
Rubio, 9 of his 15 points tonight have come from the free throw line.
The sad part for Minnesota is that this 13-0 run up until that free throw right there by Rubio has come with Curry on the bench. That's the frightening part. I mean, like that little assassin sitting over there with a towel on his head, and he's had nothing to do with what's happened here.
17 points for Curry tonight, but not a terrific shooting night. 8 of 21 overall, 1 of 7 from three-point range. But you know he can be a flamethrower at a moment's notice. Green finally gets it away to West and then finds Clark, who misses from point-blank range. Shabazz Muhammad, floater. Great job by avoiding the charge. And that's really been a big developmental growth in Shabazz Muhammad's game. Early in the year, Jimmy would have run right into West. Instead, he pulls up for the floater.
I don't know why Towns didn't get out of the way. I mean, why is Karl standing there setting his screen and almost blocking Shabazz?
What a fun night it's been on a Friday in downtown Minneapolis. Grand Casino story of the game. Steph Curry, 17 points, surpassed his dad's career point total earlier in this game. Klay Thompson, though, the leading scorer for the Warriors. He's got 30, including 3 makes out of 5 attempts from downtown. Ricky Rubio, another double-double, his 16th of the season. Andrew Wiggins, only 4 points in the first half, but has heated up since the break, sitting on 17 total. And Karl Anthony Towns, his 19th consecutive game with at least 20 points scoring. Timberwolves have pushed it back up to a 5-point advantage, but the Warriors with the basketball out of the timeout. Draymond Green dumps it off for Pachulia. Foul comes in. Tom Thibodeau thinking that the Wolves were playing good defense, unhappy with the call. Wiggins will get whistled for his second. Free throws number 9 and 10 of the game for the Warriors. Pachulia 77% on the season. First free throw attempt tonight. The Sunday on Fox, the NASCAR Cup Series goes west to Vegas. Will Brad Keselowski hit the jackpot again, or will Jimmy Johnson take another checkered flag? Find out at the NASCAR Cup Series from Las Vegas, Sunday at 2 Central on Fox. And this sold-out crowd on its feet. Pachulia disappoints them, though. They wanted free cherry berry. Rubio, great pass to Towns and unable to connect.
Karl Anthony Towns just 2 of 6 here in the second half after going 8 of 10 in the first. Pachulia just sets a lot of legal screens.
Pachulia dives to the floor, gets tied up, and they're going to call jump ball. It'll be Ricky Rubio jumping it with Pachulia, and Ricky a little bit shaken up there. Thankfully, he gets right up. like he might have banged his head.
Towns tries to get the steal. Can't get it.
I wonder, did Ricky get a foot to the face there from Pachulia?
Pachulia swinging at him. Pachulia's a little chippy player. I like it, but look at the alignment here for Golden State. You got to try to steal this if you're Shabazz Muhammad and Andrew Wiggins. Bielitsa too.
Instead, the Warriors do come up with the basketball. Curry, an open look at a three, and he has just not been on. He has not been himself for this last stretch of games. 1 of 8 tonight from downtown. Bielitsa for 3. And you're right, Jim, just cannot seem to hit that big shot.
Watch Rubio take it in the face right here from Pachulia. He swings at him right there, kind of hits him in the face. I guess it wouldn't be considered a quote-unquote swing, but he definitely hit him in the face. Kind of a backhand Three Stooges thing right there. And they just rub you off these screens. Curry and Thompson.
Nice rebound by Rubio. Bielitsa's got Pachulia beat. He strips him of the basketball, but he was stepping out of bounds. The Wolves will have it. Minnesota is just 2 of 9 from the field in this 4th quarter.
Quick blow for Klay Thompson here. 5 minutes to go in the game.
Wiggins gets it knocked away from behind, and the Warriors with all kinds of numbers. Curry to McCaw. Back to a 2-point game as we go under 5 minutes to go. Jim, the one thing the Timberwolves have not done during this recent stretch is they haven't won a close one. Bielitsa underneath, able to get it in. Timberwolves' last 6 wins have all been by double figures. Draymond Green for 3. Curry with a rebound. And then Steph misses. Bielitsa pulls it down. And we'll get a loose ball foul.
It's not going to be free throws here. Just 1 team foul after that one, 2.
And how about this? The Timberwolves, this is nothing new than being in a game with the Golden State Warriors. Going back to February 1st of 2015. 7-game span, the Timberwolves and the Warriors. The differential 6.3 points and another close one as we go down to the wire here between these 2 teams.
So only 2 team fouls on Golden State. Minnesota just had 3 team fouls, so neither team shooting free throws here yet.
Bielitsa fakes the pass. Wiggins. Towns over Draymond Green. Follows his miss. Ball tapped free to McCaw. Now Curry. Wolves try to catch up to him, and Andrew Wiggins able to foul Curry and force the miss. And Curry's going to go to the free throw line for the first time tonight. And it's a good foul by Andrew Wiggins to not allow Curry to make the bucket in transition. But Steph Curry is second in the league in free throw percentage at 91%. So just about automatic. That would be a huge win for the Wolves if they can get 1 miss out of these 2.
Minnesota took care of the basketball in the first half, only 2 turnovers.
Klay Thompson coming back into the game with his 30 points.
He's been excellent, just rubbing people off screens in pick-and-roll game, attacking closeouts, getting into the sweet spot. Catch and shoots are just so efficient for Klay Thompson. Been hard to guard tonight.
By the way, the Warriors, Jim, Thompson's 30-point number is big because they've won 23 straight when he gets to that number. has to alter his shot. Wiggins comes up with the basketball and cashes it in.
It's big. It's a big basket right there. Blood is in the water right now for Golden State.
Draymond Green. And the foul call comes in. Draymond's going to head to the free throw line.
Talked about Steph Curry overtaking his father. And it took 8 years for Steph Curry to overtake Del Curry. How about Michael Thompson? Where does Michael Thompson? He's got 12,000 points too, almost 13,000. Clay's right over 8 grand himself.
How interesting is it, by the way, Michael Thompson and Del Curry both in that 12,670 for Del, 12,810 for Michael.
Michael, of course, great player at the University of Minnesota, was my childhood hero growing up. I wore 43 in the NBA because of Michael Thompson. Handy, back in the day when Michael was living in Portland before he came to Minnesota to work as a color commentator for a couple of years. Handy, I remember seeing Clay and Mikey and Trace Thompson, all little boys coming to the games, and the time flies.
Trace now playing in the major leagues. And a blocking foul is going to send Karl-Anthony Towns to the free throw line. Pachulia's 4th foul of the night. Golden State 19-1 following a loss this season. And Jim, I mentioned they had that unbelievable run of 146 straight games without back-to-back losses. The Timberwolves trying to hand them back-to-back losses for the 2nd time this season. We'll hunt down the latest gear at the Wolves Pro Shop, located on the Skyway level of Target Center. Whether you're looking for a Karl-Anthony Towns jersey or a Wolves hoodie, they got you covered. You can also shop online at wolvesproshop.com. Towns, 2 big misses at the free throw line, and the Wolves catch a huge break as Pachulia is unable to secure the rebound, and the Wolves will get the basketball back. Very uncharacteristic of Towns, those 2 misses at the line. He's 82% from the free throw line on the season.
You got to have a next play mentality if you're Towns.
Wiggins denied at the rack. Ball on the floor. Last touch by the Warriors.
I thought it was last touch by Towns.
Eric Dallin looking for help on the call. Lauren Holtkamp isn't signaling anything. Eric Dallin called Timberwolves basketball. It's not under 2 minutes, so they can't go to the monitor. Now the Wolves will maintain possession. Wolves catching another break, perhaps. They need to take advantage of it. Towns.
Unbelievable. Unbelievable.
Crowd wanted a travel by Thompson. Curry got Towns in the air, and he's going to go to the free throw line for 3. And those will have to wait until after the
37 left. Kevin Lynch, Tom Hanneman back at Target Center. It has been a great night. How can it end with a Wolves win, Kevin?
Well, they got to execute. I think the Wolves, for the most part in this ball game, have played pretty good defense, holding Golden State to 95 points here late in this game. But offensively, struggling to score. They don't have enough options right now offensively to go to. Towns is struggling, making free throws, and Wiggins is struggling as well.
Coming up on Wolves Live, presented by CenturyLink, immediately after the game. We'll talk about every aspect of this night, including Ricky Rubio's double-double, and hear from Tom Thibodeau. Wolves Live right after the game. Back to my childhood hero, Jim Peterson and Dave Vance.
Tom Hanneman was wearing number 43 in his driveway.
I was watching Tom Hanneman on TV on WCCO when I was 5. Maybe 6.
Now you're dating him. Curry at the line, a chance to tie this game with 3 free throw attempts. And you heard Kevin Lynch talk about Karl-Anthony Towns. And Jim, he's been virtually invisible here in the second half. 2 of 8 from the field. He missed those 2 big free throws a few moments ago.
And turned it over. And now fouls Steph Curry. So it's not been a stellar end-of-game situation for Towns. And This is the thing, the spiral that you can take yourself down by missing 2 free throws or missing a big shot or turning it over. The most important thing in sports is to have a next play mentality. When you make a mistake, you've got to forget about it because you don't want that mistake to compound, and you got to have a next play mentality, and that's what you got to do down these end-of-game situations.
Wiggins attacking, all kinds of contact, and the finish.
Andrew, just determination. He's really come to the party. That's one of the things I said at halftime is that Andrew's got to come to the party. This dude had 4 points at halftime. He's got 17 now here in the second half, and he has taken over for Karl-Anthony Towns, who was so dominant in the first half. Towns had 18 points in the first half.
The free throw.
Andrew now with 18 here in the second half. Rubio has 17 points and 13 assists, by the way, in this game.
Curry floater.
Just no help for Rubio on that because the screen was set by Klay Thompson, and Wiggins can't help it all unless you switch. That was really good action by Golden State. You got to give Pachulia some credit the way he's defended Towns too.
Rubio drives, dishes for Bielitsa, and Klay Thompson tries to come up with the basketball.
4.8.
Yep, last touch by the Warriors. Wolves short clock here. And Tom Thibodeau wants to talk things over as he knows the importance of this possession for Minnesota.
He's got a full 220s here.
And now he's down to just the 220s. Time for tonight's Metro PCS Unlimited Performance. We look ahead to the next 3 games for the Timberwolves. And Jim, the schedule does not get any easier. Tomorrow night at Milwaukee, the Bucks certainly showing that they're more than capable of beating you solidly on any given night. The Wizards have been playing well. The Celtics, by the way, the Celtics are...
That's murderous row right there. That's Eastern Conference. You know, Giannis is playing at a really high rate, and then, you know, Wizards and Celtics are, other than Cleveland, you know, the 2 best teams in the Eastern Conference. So.
Bucks playing tonight. They're beating Indiana late in the 4th quarter, up 14 with 32 seconds to go, so they're going to win.
Giannis is no joke.
Denver tonight leading Boston 70-58 in the 3rd, so they're looking to be able to maintain that lead. Timberwolves need to win to keep pace. See the Timberwolves leaders tonight. Ricky Rubio, the double-double, and Andrew Wiggins doing most of his damage since the intermission. 18 points since the halftime break. Karl-Anthony Towns only 4 points since halftime. Andrew Wiggins started this game off with an impressive dunk, wearing some white shoes. Then things kind of fizzled out. He put on the green shoes, and things have improved drastically since. Meantime, Karl-Anthony Towns has been the opposite side of that coin. See the second half numbers for Towns. And with 4.8 to go, the Timberwolves, an important possession. They need some points here. Wiggins gets it away. Bielitsa taps it up. Rubio, no. It did hit the rim, and the Timberwolves unable to secure the rebound, and now Golden State a chance to take the lead.
Two-point blank chances to put that in. Again, Thompson just rubs people off screens, and then they all just go back to spot up again.
Towns secures the rebound after the miss.
Yeah, unbelievable. Great look for Klay Thompson. Just dodged a bullet there. You got to score on this possession.
Towns, shot clock is down to 4. Rubio gets it back, lets it fly. Long 2, no. Thompson has it knocked away. Ricky dives into the play, and Towns comes up with the basketball. What hustle by the Wolves. And Target Center on its feet.
That's a winning play right there. And that's in a nutshell what Minnesota's doing differently right now. They're competing. And that's all that Tom Thibodeau wants them to do is to compete.
But they need points. Shot clock winding down. Wiggins draws the contact from Pachulia. And Andrew Wiggins going to go to the free throw line. Zaza Pachulia.
Couldn't quite tell if it was clean or not. Didn't have a good angle on it, but that's definitely a foul. He fouled him on the way up and fouled him again on the wrist on the follow-through. I don't know what Zaza's worried about. He definitely fouled him on the way up, but I just can't say enough about that last play. I mean, that's Towns trying to hustle, Rubio, Andrew, everybody was in there, and that's how you compete. Rubio's elbows all cut up. Oh, goodness. Again, Towns getting in there. Ricky diving on the floor. Free throws, free throws, free throws.
Wiggins misses them both. Back tap by the Wolves, and a loose ball foul. Or is it a timeout? It's a timeout call. Golden State secures the basketball and gets the timeout. 4 missed free throws, 2 apiece by Towns and Wiggins. Looming large right now for the Timberwolves. Late here in the fourth quarter. Wolves have gone 3 of 7 from the line in this quarter. Well, just like we promised you earlier in the game, it's Miller Lite's Miller time moment. And we go back to Karl-Anthony Towns. Jim, he was good in the first half, especially. Andrew Wiggins, the miss there. Towns, the putback, but the Warriors have done a nice job of neutralizing him on the offensive end of the floor since the intermission.
Physical play, double teams, getting the ball out of his hands, not letting him get to spots on the floor he wants to go, but tonight he did tie Andrew Wiggins for the most consecutive games with 20-plus points. So, you know, these guys, Karl-Anthony Towns, Andrew Wiggins, Zach LaVine, Ricky Rubio, are going to be rewriting a lot of Timberwolves records. Rubio's been here for a long time now and has done a great job assisting.
See the free throw totals by quarter. Golden State has gotten to the line 11 times here in the fourth. After the Timberwolves dominated that category through the first 3 quarters. Golden State looking to take the lead for the first time since it was 13-11.
So Minnesota still has 2 timeouts. There's a differential of 6.3 here. So, excuse me, differential of 6. So you're going to be able to get another shot, hopefully, but hopefully you can get a stop. That's what you need right now. You got to let go of those 2 free throws you just missed and try to get a stop here.
Iguodala gets it into Curry. Steph gets it away, misses. Offensive rebound by Iguodala. Steph chased up the 3-point line. Floater falls, and it's the Warriors on top now by 1. First lead since 13-11. 26th in the game now for Curry. You know, I mentioned it earlier, Jim. The Warriors just 3-9 this year without the lead going to the fourth quarter. They trailed by 12 to start the fourth quarter tonight.
They run him off the line. You got to get that rebound. Belly runs him off the line. Draymond Green seals Towns. That's just a winning play by Draymond Green. As soon as Draymond saw that Steph was going to put the ball on the deck, he went and sealed the help. How smart is that? You know, you just go down there and you go, okay, Towns has the guy that can maybe step up and block this shot. I'm going to go screen him so he can't rotate to Steph. That's winning basketball. That's smart basketball by Draymond Green.
Little drama here in downtown Minneapolis on a Friday night.
Steph has 9 of Golden State's last 10, by the way.
19.7 to go. Wolves need a bucket to get back on top and end a 10-game home losing skid to the Warriors that dates all the way back to February 27th, 2011. Wiggins attacking Andrew. All kinds of contact, and the foul call comes in. Andrew's going to go back to the free throw line. He just missed a pair at the line a few moments ago. The foul is on Pachulia. It's his 6th, and his night is over.
Got him on the arm. Didn't get any ball. He just got the left arm and elbow of Andrew Wiggins on the attack. I mean, that's a foul.
And huge, huge free throws for Wiggins. The Timberwolves 3 of 7 at the free throw line tonight, or in this quarter, excuse me. Andrew has already come up clutch for the Wolves on numerous occasions this season. Had a game winner at Phoenix back in January. Had a clutch game-tying jumper here at Target Center against the Orlando Magic to send the game into overtime. And now a chance to make some clutch free throws to put Minnesota back on top with 12.8 to go. This one for the lead. Steve Kerr will use one of his remaining timeouts. The Warriors now trailing by 1.
These kind of situations are always kind of interesting because with 12.8 to go and another timeout for Golden State, you know, in these kind of situations, I go quickly, and I want to give myself another chance to be able to, if I don't make the shot, either get an offensive rebound or play the foul game at that point and then get another chance at it again. You could also, you know, wind it down and see if you're confident enough, wind it down. Don't give Minnesota a chance to be able to go. Just go for the win right here. You're road weary. Do you want to go into an overtime situation right now if you're Steve Kerr, or do you want to try to get it down to a last shot situation?
Well, if there's any team,
it's going to be interesting to see how fast they go. That's the question. How fast is Golden State going to go right now with 12.8 to go?
I think if something opens off the inbound, Jim, they go right away. If not, they may milk it down for the last shot and either hit it and win or lose it, miss it and lose it.
If I'm Golden State, I go fast, and I try to get myself, if I miss, 2 chances at it.
20,412 on their feet here at Target Center, the largest crowd ever to watch a Timberwolves game in this building. Thompson gets it into Iguodala. Ricky Rubio tries to sniff out a steal. Dunn gets a hand on him for a moment. Curry gets it away for the lead. Rattles out. Brandon Rush a rebound. Klay Thompson tries to tie him up. And finally, Ken Mauer on the baseline did call a jump ball.
They did call a jump ball.
Going crazy, but Ken Mauer on the baseline did call for a jump ball. The question is going to be how much time is on the clock.
Tibbs is trying to say that he was calling timeout, but Brandon Rush cannot let himself get tied up there. That's the last thing that you should be doing, is allowing yourself to get tied up. Like, you got to get out of that pack, and you got to dribble out of there. You can't let yourself get tied up. That's a super smart play by Klay Thompson.
And Jim, looking at the clock on the other end, it looks to me like maybe about a second is going to go back on. The NBA Replay Center, all eyes
looks
are
like
on
to me
this
1.7.
There you see, that's a better angle there.
I mean, that's a really smart play by Klay Thompson to not just foul, but to try to reach in there and try to get control of the basketball. Brandon Rush does a nice job of controlling the rebound, but you can't get tied up there. You've got to rip that out, and you've got to get it out of there. You have to either pass it out, dribble it out, whatever.
And how ironic is this, Jim? It'll be Brandon Rush, the former Golden State Warrior, to jump it. Klay Thompson,
0.7,
to jump it as well. 6'6" against 6'7". So the Warriors are really going to have to win the tip and get the shot up right away. Timberwolves, the one thing you don't want to do in this situation is commit a foul.
I thought Klay Thompson had his hands on that basketball before 4.7, but, you know, the calls have gone both ways in this game. This has been one of those where if you're a Golden State Warriors fan, you're going to say we got kind of messed up in this game from a call standpoint, and they've both gone both ways here. So if you're Minnesota, you can't foul. You're absolutely right about this.
What a finish to this game. A game that already has been interesting. The halftime situation at the end of the second quarter. Timberwolves tap it back, and that'll do it. And the Timberwolves hold on to win it over the Golden State Warriors, ending a 10-game home losing skid against the team with the best record in the NBA, 103-102, a signature win for the Wolves, and keeping them very much alive in the hunt for the 8th seed in the West, and potentially a team they could be seeing in the first round of the playoffs. What a big win for the Timberwolves here tonight. And Andrew Wiggins clutch at the free throw line late, standing by with Marty Gellner.
Andrew, what a fantastic finish to this game here. Things got a little crazy. Can you describe the final 2 minutes of this game?
I heard nothing you just said.
Describe the final 2 minutes of this game.
Oh, it was aggressive. You know, everyone's playing hard, making shots. You know, it came down to who would get the last stop.
You had missed 2 free throws with about 40 seconds to go. What did you tell yourself when there were 12.8 on the clock when you made those 2?
Just keep it together. You know, keep my composure. You know, keep looking forward because I knew I was going to get the next play to finish the game.
You had 4 points at halftime. You finished the game with 24. What did you do differently in the second half?
Stayed aggressive. You know, I stayed the same, took the same shots. I just made them.
You also started the game with white shoes, and you're ending the game in green shoes. What's behind that?
I like the green shoes a little better.
You changed them after the first quarter?
Yeah.
This team tonight, you guys played your signature solid defense you've been playing since the All-Star game, but you've also been able to take a punch from other teams and punch back. How has that become something that this team is able to do?
You know, the game is full of runs. You know, but who gets the last run? That's what we did. You know, we played hard, played defense. You know, we got to be ready for anything.
How about this win tonight? I mean, how about this win in front of the largest target center crowd in history?
Oh, it's a big win for us. You know, we're fighting for the playoffs.
Appreciate it. Congrats, Andrew.
Thank you.
What a finish for Andrew Wiggins. 24 points. He hit the 2 clutch free throws to give Minnesota a 1-point win over the